Today, students, we are doing part 2 of lesson 1.4 for standard 8 from the English Bal Bharati textbook, Revathi's musical plants. So let's continue the lesson. This video was made just for you. Do remember to like, share, and subscribe. She kept the knowledge a secret. That is, whatever she knew about the plants, that is, when she played her favorite music, the plants moved. And when she played some different tune, the plants moved away from her. So when she played the music, they moved towards her. And when she played a different music, they moved away from her. So this knowledge, that is, this she kept it a secret. She did not tell anyone. She did not tell anyone, not even her mother. So, not even her mother, she did not tell anyone, but she kept it to herself only. There were only a few days left for the prize distribution. Now, there was for that contest to be, for the final round, there was only a few days left. To her great surprise, Revathi found her potted plants not only taller and healthier than other balsam plants, but they had started flowering a few days earlier than the other plants. So, to her great surprise, she was surprised to find that all these potted plants, that is, her potted plants, were not only growing taller and healthier, that is, they were going taller and healthier than other balsam plants, that is, other plants that were thrown away, but they had started flowering. Flowering means they were getting flowers. Okay, so and they were getting flowers a few days earlier than the other plants. So other plants were getting flowers a little later, but her plants, which she had kept it in the center of the courtyard, they were growing much better. Okay, so the flowers were big and brightly colored, and one of the plants had an unusual kind of flower. Okay, so all this is what she was surprised with, and she noticed that these flowers were very big and brightly colored, very bright colors. Okay, and one of the plants had an unusual kind of flower, so it is strange kind of flower. And what was this flower? The flowers were mauve with white stripes. Mauve is a light pale color, that is called mauve. So these flowers were light pale light purple color with white stripes, that is white lines. Stripes means lines, so it had white stripes on it. And that evening she knew she would definitely get the prize for the best plants. So after looking at her flowers, after looking at the plants, so now she was definite means very sure. Okay, so that evening she was very sure that she will only get the prize for the best plants. So, thinking about that, she went to bed dreaming of her plants and the new type of flowers. Okay, so she started dreaming about all those plants and the new type of flowers. She had never seen those flowers before. So, it was strange, different kinds of flowers. So, she was dreaming about them. The next day was the all important day. Okay, so the next day was the most important day. Which was that important day? The day of the contest. So she woke up, she got up in the morning and went straight to the courtyard to see her plants, because she was all excited about the competition, because she knew that she would win because of the beautiful flowers, the unusual color of the flowers. Okay, and her plants were also growing very healthy. So she woke up early in the morning, and without even freshening up, she went straight to the courtyard to see her plants. Revati blinked for a few minutes, but there was neither the pot nor the plants. Blinked means to move your eyes. Okay, open and close your eyes very fast. So you blink when you are surprised. You blink. Am I seeing it correct, or am I still dreaming? For what happened? Why did she blink? For there was neither the pot nor the plants. So the pot was also not there, and the plants were also not there. So both the things were not there. So the pot was also not there, and the plants were not there. What happened? She looked. She looked to see if someone had moved the pot. Okay, so she thought that, yeah, somebody must have moved the pot somewhere at the side. Okay, because it was in the center of the courtyard, no? So she thought that somebody had moved it at one side. So what she did, she searched all over, everywhere. She started searching for it. Okay, she asked her mother. Her mother said she knew nothing. either about the pot or the plants. So she went and asked her mother whether her mother had taken or done something about it. So she went and asked her mother. Her mother said, "I don't know anything. I don't know about your pot or your plants." Okay, because mummy was very very busy. She did not know anything about the pot or the plants. Some of the neighbors had been to their house the previous afternoon and had remarked at the beautiful flowers and the healthy looking plants in the pot. So now she remembered, she really collected that some of the neighbors had come to their house the previous afternoon, the afternoon before. Okay, so that is yesterday. So they had come in the afternoon and they had remarked means they had praised, they had told about those beautiful flowers and the healthy looking plants. So they had praised about the plants and the flowers. So she remembered that. But later she had been busy inside the house and been had been not to the courtyard. So she had not been to the courtyard. So she was busy. So now she remembered it. Revathi's grief knew no bonds. Okay, now Revathi, realizing that her plants were not there, so her grief means sadness, knew no bonds. Knew no bonds means there was no limit to it. That means she felt very, very, very sad, very, very sad. She went around asking every one of her neighbors. So she started asking because she remembered that her neighbors had come and they had appreciated her plants and her the flowers. So she thought that one of the neighbor might have liked it so much that they must have taken it. So she went around in the neighborhood asking all her neighbors. Okay, so neighbors are people who live around your house. So those are called your neighbors. So she went around asking every one of her neighbors, but no one had been anywhere near the pot of plants. Those they said, "No, no, no, we don't know anything about your pot of plants. We have not taken it." Now she could not lodge a complaint for a pot of plants. Lodge a complaint means to file a complaint at the police station. So anything gets robbed, you can file a complaint, and you can file a complaint for your pot of plants. But the cops over there, that is the police over there, will think, "Arey, one pot of plant, where you come to file a complaint?" Because they are busy, they have to do more important work. So they may laugh at her, ridicule her. Okay, so tease her. She felt as though everything was lost. Okay, so her whole world came crashing down. That is what it is. She felt everything lost because she had nurtured the plants. The plants, she loved it. She played music for them and she realized that they loved music and all that. And they were growing so well and healthy and they had unusual flowers. So, all that, and she was sure that she would win the prize. So, now she felt very, very lost. She did not mind not getting the prize, but she really missed her plans. So he's saying it's not because of the prize that I'm not going to win. Okay, she was not sad because she wouldn't win the prize now, but she felt sad because she missed her plants. Her plants had become her friends. Okay, she had grown very fond of them. That is, fond means she had liked them. Now she was loving them. So she had grown very fond of them. They were her friends who enjoyed her music. So now those flowers, those plants had become her friends who enjoyed music like her. She also loved music, isn't it? So they also loved music. So, like her, they also loved music. So the plants had become her friends, and now that the plants were not there, she was really very sad and grief stricken. That evening, all her friends were going to the prize distribution ceremony. So that very evening, we remember, no, that was the day of the contest. So that evening, all her friends were going to the prize distribution ceremony. So the competition was over, and in the evening there was the declaration of who is going to win the prize. So all her friends were going to the ceremony. Now, she did not want to attend. She did not feel because she was very, very sad of losing her plants. Not because of not winning, but she was sad that her plants were not there with her anymore. So she did not feel like attending. But her friends forced her to. The friend says, "No, no, you have to come. Come on, come on, be a sport. Don't brood about what you have lost. Come on now, cheer up." So her friends forced her, and after reaching the place, she went to the benches where the potted plants were displayed. So now she also felt, okay, come on, let me just go around and see. And see, after they reached the place where the contest was, she went to the benches. So on the benches they had put all those plants. So she went to see the plants any which way. So that were displayed. Displayed means they were put on show. Now, Revathi was shocked. Why was she shocked? Let's see. Okay, she was shocked. There was her pot of plants on a bench. So she found that her pot, that with the plants, her plants, was there on the bench with her, with the name of a distant neighbor of hers as the competitor. Okay, so the pot of plant had the name of a distant neighbor. Distant neighbor means a neighbor who stays far away from your house. So a person who stays far away from your house. So that lady's name was put as a competitor. Who's a competitor? A person who takes part in the competition is called a competitor. So that lady's name was there on as a competitor, written on a small piece of cardboard and placed in the soil. Okay, so in that potted plant, in the soil, there was soil, no, in the pot. So in the pot, in the cardboard, her name was written. That is the name of the distant neighbor, and it was placed in the cardboard. She knew it was her pot of plants. So rightfully she judged it, isn't it? We recognize our things, whether how similar it could be. But then we recognize the pot, the plants. So she knew that it was her pot of plants. And she went to the organizers of the show and told them about it. So immediately she didn't wait, she didn't waste time, or she didn't start crying, or she didn't go and fight with anyone. She straight away went to the organizers. Who are the organizers? People who organize, that is, they put up this competition. So those are called the organizers. She went to the organizers of the show and told them about it. So she told what was it. She's saying, these are my pot of plants which the neighbor has presented. Okay, so that is what she went and told them. Do solve the English workshop as well as the other questions and activities given in the textbook. To check your answers and for more question answers and worksheets, you can visit our website at www.jkacademypro.com. You'll get the link in the description box below. This is end of part 2. For a complete lesson, do watch all the 3 parts. You'll get the link in the description box below.